Welcome back to Starfish Sea Fishing. Today we'll come back out onto the windy Hoyle Bank today. Plenty of wind about, so I'm hoping there's some good bass around here today. So I'll show you the conditions we're fishing in today. Quite a good surf on. I'll just show you the beach now. It is quite windy, so I'll edit the sound out. You can see very good surf going on out there today. Hopefully that's going to bring the decent sized bass in, I hope. If not, hopefully there's some good flatfish around. Yeah, an absolutely lovely day to be out though. 7.4 metre tides, winds at about 15 mile an hour. Onshore wind at this mark usually produces the bass. I'm going to have to use grip leads today, that's 100%. I can't use me rolling leads. It's going to use a Wessex rig and a one up and one down rig. Grip leads, black lug and razorfish baits will be going out on both. So let's get baited up, let's get some fish. So I'll be on a 2-rod setup today. I'm going to put a Wessex rig on one rig and the one up and one down on the other. Going to be using grip leads. Hopefully we'll target some bass today. I'm going to have to be careful today because I'm crossing the banks and channels as I walk back. This tide's going to come in really quick with this swell that's on out there, and I imagine these waves are going to get quite big as I get pushed back. It's quite a local mark for this to me. I can see it from my house, so there was some really big breakers on there last night, so I hope they're not as big as that. The ground's looking pretty smashed up as well, which is quite good. Plenty of razorfish shells lying around, so I think that's the bait for the day again. Black lug and razorfish baits. Hopefully we can get a decent sized bass out of here, so let's go through the rigs, the baits, let's get fishing. So we're going to fish two different types of rigs today. We're going to fish a Wessex rig, which is essentially a one up and one down rig. The only difference is the bottom lead is a pulley, the bottom stud's a pulley. So I use a shorter stud on this rig, and then that can slide through the lead, so the fish bass can take that, or the flounder actually run off with it. It's a sort of normal sized pattern for these studs. They have a short stud on the top, just about that length. I use size 1/0 Aberdeens. So hopefully that will keep some of the smaller flounder on today. If they're about, they might not be in this weather to be fair. But hopefully we can get some school bass. But yeah, very sharp sort of Aberdeen hooks is what I use for the bass really, to be fair. Yeah, so that's rig one. We're just going to get this one baited up. And then I'll show you another rig which has got longer studs and what we're going to do with that. So black lug razorfish baits on this. Let's get it baited up. So we've got a good blow on for the last, this is the second day of a big blow now. So we've got quite a big surf going on, quite a strong northwest wind. That should kick the ground up, churn all the razorfish up on this beach. So we definitely need to be using razorfish because that's what the fish are going to be looking for. When I'm out on the whole bank, generally I'd say 90% of my fishing is on defrosted black lug as well. So black lug baits for today. I'll get two baits out of one here, so I'm just going to put the black lug on my baiting needle. We'll just thread that up. We're not going to use massive baits out here today. I want to try and make the baits last today, so we're just going to put one black lug on one side of the baiting needle. We'll then take some razorfish. Take some razorfish out of the packet. I have defrosted this on the way out as well today to get a bit more scent out of it. Just take the razorfish out the shell. Thread that onto the other side of the baiting needle. So bass, flounder, plaice will take this as well. You know, anything will take the black lug and razorfish on this beach. Finding the fish could be quite difficult in these conditions, but I imagine the bass will hopefully be on the feed. We just get some bait elastic on this now, and I'll try and get two baits out of this, the size of this. So they will be looking for razorfish today. It's quite common on this beach, razorfish, clams, cockles, worm, you know, that's what's here. So that is what the fish will be looking for today. So hopefully we should get some bass on the feed. I reckon about 2 hours into the flood. So we'll take that, take our size 1/0 hook, just place it through the bait like so. A little bit more bait elastic around that. I like to leave a little bit of bait overhanging the hook, so the hook's not at the end. That way if we get a flounder, we'll quite happily take the bait. Pull that off the baiting tool. I'll just chop the bait in half like so. Nice and fresh today. We're going to use some of these Innova glow beads. I'm going to give these a go today. Pretty much like the green and black ones I like to use, but just go for glow in the dark beads as well. So out there in the surf today will be quite coloured. So we'll just use these little green beads, just thread them onto the hook. Just put them on the point of the hook, push them through. Then just pull them up the hook. So they just sit on the line like that. I think I'll use 2 of these. So I'm trying to get some attractants out there today. Hopefully like a visual aid for the bass to strike. So I'll have 2 of those glow beads on the top. We'll take the other piece of black lug and razorfish and we'll just thread that one on. We'll just pull that off the hook like so. So that's bait number 2. So I'm going to give this one a flick out and I'll show you what the other rig I'm going to be using today is. So the first bait's going out, just going to give it a 40-yard flick. Going to move back then and then the tide coming over it. We'll go through the other rig. Just give this a flick out. So I'm going to be using the standard sort of 1 up, 1 down rig I normally use for the bass and flounder. I use quite a long body. I use quite a long top stud as well. On there I'll have some glow bead attractors. Again, size 1/0 Aberdeen hook. As you can see the bottom of this one is fixed. It's quite low to the lead. The bottom stud line again, it's quite long again. Glow bead attractors, size 1 Aberdeen. These will be baited up the same way, just some black lug and razorfish. Again, I want to make the bait last, so take 2 black lug, razorfish again. I'll show you how to do it without the baiting tool as well if you don't like to use them. It's quite simple really. Just lay the black lug out, like so. Take some bait elastic, bind it together. I think it's going to be quite interesting seeing the bites today. It looks like the rods are holding quite steady with the grip leads, but I certainly can't use a rolling lead today in that. I think I just end up with missed bites and the line will be dropping all the time, so the grip lead should keep me held out there. All I tend to do is come up the bait elastic like so. So if you don't like using baiting tools or you haven't got one, it's probably the best way to do it. They are quite bulky baits to be fair, with the razorfish. Just like so, like that. A little bit more bait elastic just around the bottom because it was hanging off there, some of the razorfish. We don't really want to waste any. Again, just a little bit of bait elastic again. So I'll get 2 baits out of that. They are going to be on the large size baits today, and I think it's going to be because I need to get some sense into this water. So we just thread one of those onto my hook. Move the glow beads down to stop it from moving up like so. And that'll be the kind of bait we're going to be using. Put one on the top hook as well. It'll be interesting. I think if I get a big bass today, I think I'll probably just get a drop line, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to have to play these fish quite carefully because I'm on fine wire hooks, because I also want to hook some flatfish if I can. So same with the top hook. Give these plenty of sunlight, get them glowing a little bit, and it's got something glowing visually to see for the fish. But that's about it really for the baits we're going to be using today. So we'll get this other one cast out now. Just going to move back a bit and let the tide come in. I expect it's going to come in really quick today, so we'll see how we get on. I've got a feeling I'm going to need a bit of extra distance today as well, so we'll see how we go. So I'll show you how the rod tips are sitting. See them out there? They're sitting quite well with the griplets. They are bouncing a little bit. I imagine as the waves pick up, they'll bounce more. So I really am going to have to see any sort of a really good knock today, or a slide really, to see a bite, I think, to be honest. The main concern is really that because there's some big breakers out here, the tide's going to come in really quick. And I'm going to have a really big shallow spot in front of me, so I might need some extra distance today. So I might have to up the way I cast really. Off this mark, cast a bit more, throw the baits a bit further out. So when I get back onto the top banks, I'm going to have to fade out and cast. At the moment, first 3 hours of the flood, I'm going to get pushed back quite quickly. I would imagine. Just going to keep the wits about me. Yeah, I've been token fishing the last couple of weeks. Unfortunately, not much to report, so I'm afraid. You had one £25 toke on the last video. I'll drop a link in the description below if you want to watch that one. That was quite a good day. And just remember as well, please, if you do like these videos, don't hold anything back. They're here to help you out. No other reason. 85% of the people who watch this channel aren't subscribed. I really would appreciate it. Keep these sort of channels alive now. People really need to hit that subscribe button. We don't do clickbait, we don't do flag videos, we just show fishing how it is, and we try and help you out with your fishing needs. So let's get on with the show. Yeah, absolutely stunning day today to be out. I mean, who wouldn't want to be here today? This is my type of fishing really. Big, open, big surf beaches. You can see Liverpool over there. I'll just show you around. Got the lovely oil bank. Goes on for miles. I'm literally the only person out here today. Just come onto this beach, pick a spot you fancy for the day, and generally not get bothered by anybody. Absolutely brilliant. You won't catch me on proms anymore. I've grown out of that. I just can't stand the fishing in the middle of a city centre. This is more me. It's more where I grew up fishing. It's my local mark. I do a lot of filming on this beach, but when I'm here, I'm generally more confident with my filming. Can never guarantee I'm going to catch the fish, but you know, it's such a lovely place to be. The water's crystal clear out here. There are some really good fish out here. I'm going to try and find them today. I'm hoping the bass will be on the feed. We are at the end of July now, so we're really peak season for the oil bank now, to be honest. Should be some good fish out here. The blackfish might not be as abundant because it's quite a surf. We're going to have to cast further out to get into the deeper water. That's a bit later on when I'm on the banks, I'll show you that. It won't matter as much then. I can wade out, cast and stay in relatively deep water. It's just starting to flood now, with about half an hour on the flood. I'm expecting, well, definitely got a bite now, so hold on. Yeah, stunning little first fish there. The bass are here, a lovely little first cast school bass. You can go straight back this one, fill photograph straight back. Perfectly lit up as well, if you can see that. So beautiful first catch there. Let's see if we can improve the size. Stunning coloured fish this, pure silver. So happy that first cast out the way. The blank's done, the bass are on. Lovely little school bass, not a keeper of a trade, so we can go straight back in. We'll just get him returned now. There he goes. Just swing off all the way now, back in the tide. Just keep an eye on him. There he goes. Yeah, beautifully returned. Not a keeper, I'm afraid. We'll see if we can get a bigger one, eh? I'm made up with that. First cast out the way. Let's get fishing. So there you go, yeah, first little school bass out. So that was about 30 yards out in the surf, to be honest. Second rod, I just flicked it out, and I was going to walk back and let a load of line out, let the tide come in. That was it within 4 minutes or so. Talking to you, just clocked the bite. This is the thing about filming sometimes. You know, I'm trying to film, but I'm also here to fish. So yeah, good. I can see the bites quite clearly. The fish are here, but the bites were quite clearly visible, which is good with the grip lead. So that's working for me today. So we're just gonna pull my left-hand rod in now, cast back out again. Then I've got to move back because the tide is coming in really quick. Right, we have one more little school bass now. Tiny little one. We'll get this one straight back. We won't play around with him too long. But yeah, one little school bass again. Let's get him back. The fish are feeding today. So another lovely little school bass. We'll let this one go. Yeah, there she goes. Lovely. She's swimming up. She'll be covered in a minute. She'll let out. Here she goes. It is getting quite windy now as the tide's flooding, so I've had to put a strap on my box and my rod stand over there just to keep the rod stand because it's blowing over every 5 minutes. I'm having to hold the camera as well because the tripod's blowing over. But otherwise, the fish are here. Quite a good day. But sometimes when it's really windy like this, it fishes quite well out here, so let's just hope we can get through to those bigger bass. But they're certainly here today, so we're catching. Little tip for you there as well. So before I pull a bait in, I'll always have a spare baited trace baited up and ready to go back out. And that way I've got a bait in the water for as long as possible. I'm not messing around changing baits. You know, bring a fish in, get cast back out, keep on the fish. That's the name of the game. Little school bass is still coming. That's little school bass number 3. Very small one this time. I'm not going to play with this one at all. Just going to get him straight back. It's only an absolute baby, that. But lovely. So there's one heavy cast so far. Let's get this one back. He's quite lively. Get spiked all over. There he goes. Like a rocket. So I think what we're going to do now, I'm going to try a rolling lead. And because the flatfish usually come on the feed around this time, be interested to see if they are in the surf. So just going to chuck a rolling lead out, just let the line drop to the floor to see if we get any takes on that. So I'm going to use a rolling lead for a bit, see what happens with that. So what do you prefer to use, grip lead or a rolling lead in a surf like that? Drop a comment in the comment box below, please. There we go, one more little school bass. Give one hell of a knock, that, but you can see he's perfectly lip hooked as well. So little size 1 hooks are working a treat. Still a very small bass, very spiky things. Very slippery. Very strong fish for the size, to be fair, but another little school bass, quite happy with that. It's all about catching fish for me. I catch these all day, I absolutely love them. Get a lovely little scrap off them. So let's get him back. So definitely the best part about catching these little schoolies is watching them go. I absolutely love letting them go. So here we go. There you just see them, they just swim off, absolutely lovely, fighting fit. Yeah, enjoyable day so far. No big ones yet, but I'm really enjoying catching these, to be fair. So one more little school bass again. Pretty much all very similar size, but you can see how lightly lip hooked they are as well. So very small size today so far, but they are on the feed, so I'm quite happy. Lovely sport either way. So again, we'll get this one gone. Same average, sort of average size fish today we're getting off here. So we'll just let this one go. Here's swimming off there, lovely. Lovely watching them go. There you go, straight back out in the surf. Yeah, it's about average stamp of fish today. Haven't seen any big ones yet. No big bites yet, but I'm enjoying catching what I'm catching today, to be honest. That's 5 little bass so far, so quite happy with that. No flatfish yet. They're hiding. They're probably hunkered down under the waves. But yeah, to carry on. One more, number 6. Here you go, one more little bar of silver, number 6. Yeah, all an average stamp today, not really seeing anything over this size, but number 6, I'm having really good fun with them. Get this one back. There he is, number 6. We'll let this one go as well. Lovely little fish. Let him swim off, grow a bit bigger. Hopefully we'll catch him again. So we've got about 2.5 hours to go till high water. What's happening now is I'm in a bit of a bad spot. So I'm on top of this big sandbank. And if you look just behind me here, see that massive channel down there? I've got to go back over to that bank over there. So technically what's going to end up happening is I'm going to end up casting from that bank on top of this big sandbank. So I'm going to give this another 20 minutes and I'm going to have to move further down the beach to stay in the deeper water, because otherwise this will be ankle deep, so I'll be casting into. So yeah, it's going to be 20 minutes, I'm going to have to move probably about 20 minutes up the beach to fish the last 2 hours of hike. Yeah, so here you go, I've now got to move off. So whoever said the channel was behind me, I wouldn't jump in that if you paid me, it'll go over my waders. That's how deep that channel is. So I've got to get off here now, and I've got to head off down that way to stay into the deeper water and to get off this sandbank. I'm just trying to work out, I'm going to have to walk off to the left hand side, so I'm just going to walk down there and try and find a better place to fish the last 2 hours of the flood. And we have bass number 9, better size one this time. Just measured him in at 44 centimetres. See how lively he is, he's spiking me to death as well. But yeah, 44 centimetres. So it was worth the move. Hopefully we can improve it, but I've got about an hour and a half left, so we'll see if they get bigger now. I'll be quite happy. Literally getting to the point now where I can't bait up quick enough. So there's number 10, another little school bass. My rod's knocking again as well. But I am going to get pushed off here probably in half an hour. I don't think I'll make high tide, but there you go. We'll get this one back. Lively little fella. There you go, we'll get him back. Lovely little bass. Well, I'm getting quite tired now, to be honest. Little school bass number 11. It's absolutely thick with them out here today. I'll get through the little ones by the looks of it. I reckon I've got about half an hour left, and I think I'm running out of energy, to be fair. Bait's getting low as well, but number 11, let's get him gone. Yeah, school bass are everywhere today. I'm definitely down to my last cast now. I'm on my last 2 baits, but still coming out over high water. Get him back. Well, what a day today's been. I'm on my last cast now. Last baits are out. I've run out of bait, basically. Nearly a fish right the way through the whole of the tide, right the way up to high water. I've really enjoyed that, to be fair. I love little school bass. They're good fun. Shame there are no big ones really, but yeah, I've enjoyed that today. On my last cast now. Let's see what happens. Right, I think this is a great way to end the video, to be fair. 2 more out, that's probably the second best of the day. Nothing really big today, but I've really enjoyed this sort of fishing, to be fair. Having a bass nearly every cast. I'm pretty sure it will keep fishing. I'm bang on high water now, but I'm tired, I've had enough. I've got a long walk back. We're going to let these 2 go. So, Starfish Sea Fishing, thank you for liking and subscribing recently. And I really do appreciate it as well. Thank you, and hopefully I'll be seeing you again.